Hello everybody and welcome back to Zielonka. So the worker is just over there finishing off the drilling in that field. We're going to move on to the next month in just a minute, but I don't want to move on before that work is finished, otherwise we're going to have a strip of that field which is one step behind the rest of it. So we really should allow that to finish. So whilst we're waiting, what we will do is we'll drop off the trailer and we'll put these 3 pallets into here. But of course once we have rested, there's going to be loads and loads of pallets to load up. So we can make a start. If I just position this in a fairly convenient location at a good angle, probably like that, should be fine. And we'll start this up. I just see this as the best job that this tractor can do because it's not particularly fast. It only has a top speed of 15 miles per hour. It's quite powerful though, but yeah, for carting it's certainly too slow, and even for some field work I think it's a bit slow. But it's alright, because it's got this job, so it always is going to be busy. So I'm hoping to do the other productions fairly soon. This is always the concern with a new series. You have very little money. The money which we have is basically a loan, and we still need like £100,000 to buy the next production. So it's just going to take time. It's just the way it is. Right, let's get this one, and then we'll check upon the Fiat, see how close to the end it is. But we don't really need to pack anything up here because there's going to be so many pallets in just a second. There we go. Right. It's still going, so I'll bring the Fendt tractor back, which you don't really need to see. So I'll just jump cut that. I guess a good place to keep the trailer is just here. So there we go. And as we have nothing else to do, I will continue from where the worker has been stopped, and we'll just get this done. It is literally, what is it, like 3 minutes of work, super fast, and then we can move on. There we go. So that is every single field drilled. Let's go and pop this back into the yard, and yeah, once we've rested, every single field will have a crop physically, like visually growing in it. So they're all going to look nice and green. Probably does help if you turn the drill off. There we go. And over to the house. This is where we rest. So we'll go through to 8 AM. We don't really need to go beyond that. A nice early start is always good. It looks like it's going to be a nice sunny day as well. Splendid. Okay, so the field which we were just working in is now growing. It's germinated. Good sorghum crop. And if we look at all the others from above, you'll see that they're all also growing very nicely. So 50, 52, 53, 54, and eventually we're going to have 51 as well, but not quite yet. We just don't have, well, we do have the money, but we don't have the money because it's still a loan. So let's go and see how these are doing. Wow, okay. This is of course our source of income, and there's still 2 more to spawn, almost 3 more to spawn. So I guess we should just load these up. We'll put 3 more, I think, on the truck, and then the rest can go onto the trailer. And I've just dropped this off, which was pretty foolish. We're going to struggle to load them up without the forklift. Hilarious. Well, here we are. Still time to flip it, although I don't think we're going to this time. Okay, I'm getting better at driving this. So the button is, I think, like here, to rent the train. Yep, 1.7 kilometers away. So now we wait. Just gonna have to pull forward. Oh, I do that every time now. I get into the truck instead of the train. Oh, we could put the entire truck and trailer on the train. That would be different and quite hilarious. Okay, there we go. So it's all on. Let's switch it off. And I think if we have the last one selected and press L, it should strap it. Let's just tab through until we see that. Yeah, it's got massive straps going over the entire vehicle. So it's going to go flying when it reaches the end of the line. But yeah, it's still going to sell. Well, actually, the pallets go flying either way. I've just noticed, did we actually have 34,000 litres of carrots and 36,000 litres of red beet before? Wow, we do have a lot. It seems higher than it was, isn't it? Okay then, so we're going to get thrown out, and then we get to see the truck go flying. Here we go. I think actually they all sold, and that worked really well. So we've got £74,866. Nice. We could start to repay some of the loan. In fact, we could repay the entire loan. We have a £200,000 loan, but we'll be left with £2,333. Yeah, probably don't want to be cutting it that fine. That seems a bit low. Or we could just keep hold of this. Actually, the daily repayment is nothing, really. It's like, was it £600 for £200,000? So, yeah, it's not too bad. And we're home, but I'm going to take this to the production over here. I could have waited for more pallets, but there's just no point. So, the question is, what shall we do? Because I think, well, actually there might be one field that needs to be fertilised. Let's just see. Yeah, 53 needs to be fertilised, so we'll do that. And then I think, you know, it's probably going to be worth resting again to really move on some time. Because we want to be harvesting, we want to get a good turnaround here. So, yeah, we'll drop off the drill and we'll put the fertiliser spreader on. We do have enough fertiliser, because I topped it up in the previous episode. Another way of making money, of course, is to go and find the golden apples, which of course is something which has an end reward. You do get to fill the 2 trees on the little island at the park, and I don't know if you get a big bonus if you, you know, if you find all 50, because you get £5,000 for every apple, and I don't know if you get like a massive reward if you get all 50. We'll have to just see one day, but yeah, I'm not really focusing on finding apples at this stage. Probably, yeah, we're set to 30, I thought I was. Hopefully that's still covering it. Should have really had that on 42. That should have probably remained on 30. Or 36. Probably 30, but no, we'll try 36. There we go. And that is our field fertilised. And there's the other field which we did in the previous episode. It was actually a wheat field or barley field, and then we did the baling of the straw, and I put sorghum in, and now it's looking really good. So I'm going to rest, We are going to progress time. Obviously later in the series we will never have to do this because there'll always be something to do, but at the moment we are just waiting for all of our crops to grow, and we're waiting for our beetroots and our carrots to process into their different preserved foods. So we will of course have another daily loan interest payment. What was it, like 666? Interesting number if it was. Soon find out. Okay. It was, yes. I don't know how I remembered that. Anyway, yes, let's have a look at all of our fields. I don't think there'll be anything ready. No. But of course we have moved on a bit. I'm not too sure how much of a help that is. Maybe we should rest again. Should we rest again? Should we just clear these pallets and then rest again? I think we will do, actually. Yeah, we won't sell them in this in-game day. We'll sell them in July. Because really, what else can I do at this stage? We're trying to make the money to buy the soup factory and another field for potatoes and stuff. But unless we do this, there's not really going to be much progress. So this is the way to make progress. We want to keep the series fresh and fun, and we want to try out all the different productions. So I will load these up. So there we go, it's actually already pretty well loaded. But there is space for more. We could really overload it, but maybe it's about time we got a lorry or something. Going back to the money problem though there. But we could get something in the sale, or we could just get an old lorry from ModHub. Okay, and we're in a new day again. So this is the day when we're going to have to sell some of these products. Well, we don't have to, we can keep taking them over to the train station and just leaving them there. Wow, loads. Yeah, I'm going to have to try and stack really high on the trailer. If I just drive carefully, I don't see why it wouldn't work. And if I flip it, I flip it. It's not too hard to upright it using super strength. Oh hello, that's just spawned immediately. And ran over it. I think this time we might need to go to a different station so we can literally just drive onto the train if we make it that far. We'll have to see. But anyway, we'll strap that. It is jiggling, which is a bit concerning. Yeah, I don't know what was up with the numbers last time. Got 28 of each this time. We didn't have 36 last time, that's crazy. It's a mystery. Right, so this is too heavy to barely... Well, it is moving, it's barely moving. My foot is to the floor. I think the trailer wheels have sunk into the ground. Yeah, it's probably about time we upgraded. I think we've sort of maxed out the capabilities of this machine. We'll keep it, but not for so many pallets. Wow. This must be so heavy. It's all gone terribly wrong. It's now briefly fixed. Okay, that could have been worse. And very good timing. Here's the train. We might have to put a few of these on the train loose, or maybe I can put them on here. Yes, it's all just a bit too much. That's the problem. Ugh. It stopped there, has it? Don't stop there. I have absolutely no idea if this is going to work. I do remember driving the lorry onto a train in the Platinum Edition, and it actually worked quite well. But then this isn't a lorry, and it's also completely overloaded. So, oh no, I'm pressing the wrong button. Accelerating instead of braking. You buffoon. Right, okay. Yes, is it higher? It looks like it is higher. It was never going to work. No, it was never going to work. Let's just unstrap it. I think we can probably get away with putting the truck on, but... oh, this is going to be so painful. Don't worry, I'll jump cut this and I'll just put all of these on the train manually. Oh, this is going to take forever. Whew, right, there we go. I've done every single one. It doesn't even look like much now, but thankfully we're pretty much at the trigger for selling, so we don't even need to sit in the train for long. It would take longer to walk to the train than it will to actually get the train to the trigger. But what are we looking for? We're looking for probably 100,000, maybe over 100,000, I should say. Yeah, this will be interesting. I think quite a few will go flying. Not necessarily. Beautiful. Look at that, 151. Whoa! So we're up at 352. Right, well that means goodbye loan. Yep, although it's not the most exciting thing to be doing, we have just got rid of the loan in one go. And we're still going to be left with 150,000? Yeah, 152,000. Wow. I'm amazed. And all of our crops are growing nicely. Again, nothing ready yet, but I think despite this, we're still now really in a good place. And I guess the question is, what do we spend the next load of money on? Because if we go and spend it immediately on another production, that sort of restricts the machines and fields that we can buy. So, I don't know. How much is the soup factory? I'm not even going to do soup straight away though, because we don't even have any vegetables in the ground. They're all in the preserved food factory. It's 135, and we need potatoes and parsnips. So that's quite an operation. Well, maybe you don't actually. It looks like you can do individual ones. Yes, maybe you can just do it with just parsnip and just carrots. But despite this, yes, it's not really worth it unless we buy a field with those crops already in them. I think just to stop this from being so repetitive, I'm going to set that production to selling. I know we won't make as much money, but at least we'll make money overnight. And we'll have to then go and sell a load more in the morning, because otherwise this episode is going to be literally nothing but selling vegetables, which probably isn't the most interesting to watch. So let's just set them both to selling. That one there. And we'll rest, and I think there's got to be something. It's got to be another field ready by tomorrow. Well, I suppose it doesn't need to be, but it would be nice to think that there is. So we should get the money over time, so we should potentially get given a lump sum when morning is here, so we'll see. And of course, no loan interest, which is always nice. Yeah, the money has been coming in. It hasn't told us a lump sum, but it looks like it was like 49,000-ish, 50,000, which I would say is not bad. So how much do we have left? The carrots are finished. And we still have 36,000 litres of beetroot. That's really good. So, yeah, for those final ones, we'll put that back to storing. So we're in a very, very comfortable position. Let's have a look at these fields. Oh, wow, look at that. So I guess the next question is, do we sell our combine and just rent one big one? Because, you know, that might be worth it, depending on how much our combine is worth. Yeah, I think it might be, you know, yeah. Because we'd get even more if we took it back to the store. If we're always going to harvest around the same time, so all the fields are ready together, then that's worth it. I was wondering what that was, like this line going across the screen. That is just weird. Is it supposed to be electricity lines? Oh, that is weird. I was like, what is that? And I was like, they're cabled for electricity. And I look at it again. No, wait, what is that? It's so weird. That's a mystery. Okay, well that is bizarre. There we go. So we will repair it and repaint it and all that sort of stuff. Get as much in as possible. I just think for this farm, this is a much better approach. So we now have £320,000, no loan. And because we're just going to be renting it, we can still go for something pretty big. We can get through the harvest quickly and not really spend too much money. So I'm thinking probably something like... What a choice. Whatever I go for is going to be wrong, isn't it? Like, it's never going to satisfy everybody. I'm going to go with the case because I very rarely use case. So, do we need twin wheels? That adds so much money though. Let's just go with standard. Yeah, so about £25,000 to rent this. But we do have a lot of fields to do, and the point is we can get the fields done really, really fast. We still have almost £300,000. Yeah, so it is obviously, we're sort of blasting through everything quickly, but it's for the best. And it would be nice to actually join these two fields together, because then we can put the work the other way, going across the field. Then it doesn't have to contend with these poles, these electricity poles. So, sorghum first of all. That is a good size header. Yeah, no straw from the sorghum. It's just going to be harvested and we're going to get the money pretty much immediately. Just take it straight to the sell point. Even though, well, it's a tough one actually. It's sorghum actually, we should be able to get a good price now. Shouldn't we? Okay, they're all terrible. Okay, maybe then we'll put them in storage and then just sell them in December. Because we do still have quite a lot of money in the bank now. Okay, yeah, that's sorted then. We'll put it all in storage for selling in a couple of months. That field is good. Already 14,000 litres of sorghum. Now these fields, this harvest is certainly going to be finishing in the next episode, and I'm hoping the next episode as well we're going to be able to maybe build or buy the soup factory or another production. I understand that there probably will be a soup factory on the map already. It's just the carting. It takes so long to cart. Like, even when we had this one here, it still took me ages to cart. So it depends where it is. It's there. Yeah, you see that it takes so long to cart from here. So I'd rather just take up a little bit of our land and build it. Anyway, we'll just finish this field. It's almost a full tray load. I would say it's always worth it, having a bigger combine. And I think probably, maybe we should really focus on getting a bigger drill, bigger cultivator, that sort of stuff. Well, a direct drill would be ideal, but of course some of these fields are going to be vegetables again, so they're going to have to be ridged, cultivated and ridged. But I think once we make it to the top, that is the field done. Not really much more to say about it. It's the way it is. Okay. So what have we got in total from this field? Probably 15,000 litres, something like that. Switch that off. In fact, we're so close to the silo, we could have just unloaded the combine directly into the silo. Yeah, 15,893. That is what we've finished off with. But there is more sorghum, we've got another field of sorghum to do. Get that tipped into there. And I think this is a great place to leave it for today, because we have just done so well. All of those vegetable pallets sold. Thank you so much for watching, hopefully you've enjoyed it, and until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.